Hello everybody, we are back with a video that's describing a new real estate project that we're actually working on. Denise and I have been working on for 6 months or more, I think, right?
Which project are we talking about?
All right, this video is about Ecuador, the tiny house that we're building in an intentional community in Ecuador. And we've been working on this really since the beginning of the year when we went to the Amazon Fruit Festival in Ecuador.
Actually,
And
even before that, we started picking out our house designs and then we showed them to Peter when we were there in person.
so it's been probably more like a year, I guess. Yeah, a year in process, and actually they've broken ground recently. But this video, we want to talk about like what we designed, why we designed it, the community that it's in, what kind of structures that they already have there, and just all that. So basically, this house is in an intentional community in Ecuador. It's called Terra, Frutis, and if you're watching this video, you're going to be watching it on either one of two channels. We'll probably have it on two channels. Mike Young Real Estate is one of them because I do real estate, and this is definitely different real estate, but it's still real estate. And also a plantbaseddiet.org, our nonprofit. So it's on both of these channels because it deals with two different things. Most real estate has nothing to do with plant-based eating, but this one does because it's on the intentional community, in the intentional community. That's why we're building it, and that's why it's in the specific location. And so yeah, we picked up, like a year ago, we picked out the lots. We started selling these personal plots, which you can buy at Terra Frutis, TerraFrutis.com, I think it is, or look it up online, Terra Frutis. Click on personal plots, you can see what's available. Ours is like way up the mountain. It's the highest one up, right? So we realized that, and we saw the land before it was made available for people. And we saw it when it was a total jungle. And it is in the rainforest, Amazon rainforest jungle. That's what it is. But this is way up the mountain. It's like a height of about 3,000 feet above sea level. So it's the highest point in the entire community. It doesn't overlook the entire community, but because it's high and because these lots are steep, we think we'll have some mountain views. So what we decided to do, right, was build a 2-story house. The first story is gonna have the kitchen, eat-in area, with not much of an eat-in area, and full bathroom. That's on the first floor, which won't have many views, but it'll be high, be higher than normal. And then second story will be the 2 bedrooms. And so last summer we started looking at basically really small, tiny house designs and what would make sense on this lot, knowing we weren't gonna get many views out there's no windows actually, out the screens on the first floor, right? And we picked like a French ski chalet, I think is what we picked. That we'll put up on stilts basically and have the stuff on the bottom, right, and the bedrooms on top.
Yeah, I started looking at tiny houses on resort properties like in Costa Rica and nicer communities, and they usually had a grass roof, and we heard those don't last very long, so I had to pick
thatch.
A ski chalet style.
Yeah, and the ski chalet had a balcony out of these bedrooms, right?
Huge balcony.
Yeah, so that, and it goes out to a view. It's kind of like an A-frame on top. So we decided to do that, and then when we were designing it, we actually changed it up. We put this different roof profile on it called jerkin head. You know what it's called?
Yes.
So instead of being a true A-frame, it actually has a little fold in the top of the A, so that you can have more of an overhang to protect everything from rain, because we're not going to have windows in this house. That's the other thing you got to know. It's a tiny house, but it's not like an American or a conditioned living space tiny house. There is no conditioned living space. So what we're going to do all across the house, I believe, or most of it, is have like the bottom half of each exterior wall is going to be solid wood, right? Yeah, and then the top half will be half wall.
You can run around with no pants on and no one will see it.
Okay.
The screen is from the waist up.
But we still, especially on the bottom level, because it's a 2-story and the first story is high. I think it's got like 9-foot ceilings.
Yeah.
We have to have a giant roof overhang to protect from rainwater and wind-driven rain or something, although there isn't much wind at all in that place.
So when you're sitting out on the balcony, you won't get rained on.
Exactly, yep. So, and not just the balcony, but the first floor won't get wet, right? Because if the overhangs aren't enough, the first floor especially. But yeah, that jerkin head in the front is definitely because of the balcony that we have, right? Right. The extra. Otherwise, we would probably get wet on that part of it. But the rest of it has big overhangs all around.
The walls between the 2 bedrooms on the top floor do go all the way to the ceiling, so you don't have to look at your other guests or whatever you have staying at your chalet.
Yeah, it's split right down the middle. Right in the middle A, there's a wall up and down vertical. So you got half of a A on one bedroom and half of an A on the other, and they connect out in front with this balcony. So that's kind of cool. And then let's also talk about the community it's in. We've been to the Amazon Fruit Festival 2 years in a row, and we've kind of seen, what's not there yet, because the community just started in 2014. They started planting out permaculture food forests, and they don't have much for accommodations. Most accommodations, like the high end, like what we got last time when we were there, is basically like a screened-in porch on stilts, right? That's it. There's no bathroom inside. There was no shower inside. You use a community shower. You use a community composting toilet you have to walk to, both of them.
No running water or electricity. You have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. You gotta take your flashlight out in the dark and tiptoe through the grass to the composting toilet.
Right. So we wanted to avoid all these negatives. So we kind of took this into place in the design, and because we did, we're actually going to have like the nicest house in the entire community, at least for now, and maybe forever. I don't know, but anyway. Hold on, we're about to cross a bridge. Let me fast forward to another scene. And in addition to those lack of amenities, a lot of people camp on the property during the event and things like that. And it's based around the community. So we wanted to keep the community aspect. And we are, because we're part of the community. Well, we also wanted to be more attractive, not only to us, for us to live there, but if we're not living there all the time, we want to rent it out to people that would want to stay there. Make it more attractive than what else is there currently, but not like exorbitant. Although it is going to be the nicest house, it's still not over the top anything, I don't think, right? I mean, although here's some extras that we have like a real concrete slab foundation, and we're going to stain it. It's going to be a stained concrete floor on the first floor because of mud, right? A lot of these places, that's why they're raised up off the ground, but they have unfinished wood floors and things. It's because of mud. There's mud on everything during a lot of the time because it's in the rainforest, right?
Yeah, it rains almost every day.
Yeah, so that's a practical consideration. Because even the community center, like, they just have packed clay floors. They don't even have the community center. You're right, it's finished. I'm sorry, I got them back mixed up. The dining area is packed clay.
Yeah.
So
it's not muddy. If there's a roof over it, the clay stays dry.
Yeah, it never turns to mud. But I'm just saying, like, this is why ours is a step up, because we have an actual concrete slab. We're gonna stain it and seal it and all that. And then we'll have what can be a full kitchen, and we're gonna have, I think, some cabinets. No, I don't think we're gonna have any wall cabinets because of the open screens to the outside. But maybe on the inside wall, we will have some some cabinets there, right? I can't remember what we decided, but we'll have like a granite countertop, right? Yeah. Stainless steel sink. We'll have a spot for a refrigerator. We're not going to put a refrigerator in right away because, again, we don't necessarily need that, but we want to keep room for that in case someone wants to make it a self-contained house. Also, outside of this kitchen, on the overhangs in the back of the house, we're going to put hookups for a washer and dryer. We're not going to have a washer and dryer, but there'll be hookups for it, and nobody has that either, right? And a slab to put the washer and dryer on that'll be covered. So that's also a step up. And then we'll also have a full bathroom. Actually, the nicest bathroom probably there, right? Yeah. It will have a double bowl sink with a granite countertop. I think it's granite. We'll have a full tiled walk-in shower, and it's going to be a really good size too. All tile. Then we'll have a toilet closet, which contains 2 toilets. One that is a composting toilet like we've been used to. Like everybody has composting. But if you don't want to have to walk the compost bucket down the mountain, because we're at the highest point, then we put a regular toilet in. And actually, that regular toilet, we're going to have running water, of course, in all these fixtures we talked about: sinks, toilet, running water. Everything's going to be gray water for the most part. That's done correctly so it won't run in the streams. From the washer dryer to the sinks, all these things, gray water, shower, gray water. But the toilet, of course, can't be gray water. So we're actually going to have a septic system that is piped just for the toilet. And if we use a toilet, it'll go into the septic tank and the drain field. Nobody's ever done one of those around there
We're
either.
having a hard time finding someone that knew how to install a septic tank.
Yeah, it's true. But these are all upgrades. I mean, the average American or person is like, what? This is an upgrade? But these are all upgrades, right? Like these things we think will make the house really attractive to anybody who might want to spend some time, rent like on a short-term basis. And then upstairs, outside of the footprint of the house, we're actually having like a deck-like staircase that wraps around the actual house on two sides to go upstairs, and then two separate doors to the two separate bedrooms. And then the bedrooms will have, Denise specified this, big enough for queen-size beds in each one, I think, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then there'll be finished hardwood floors on those bedrooms, because by the time you get up there, you'll have all the mud off your feet. It won't matter. And let's see, what else can we tell you? The roof, and we got some sirens going. Might want to, let me hold off for a second. Okay, I think the sirens reached their destination. It was right around the corner or something like that. So the roof we're doing terracotta tile, which is like the most expensive, although nothing's all super expensive in Ecuador. I mean, you know, between the house construction and the lots, or the lot that it's on, we actually got two lots, but the lot that it's on and the house, it should be less than $60,000, I think, total for everything. Brand new, and like we said, this is a real house, running water, real bathroom, real kitchen, 2 bedrooms with a view, and this is a nice lot way up on the mountain. Of course, everybody in the community is friendly, but this is just going to be in a more mountainous, you know, just with less people around, nature part of the community. You know, I think it's going to be one of the nice. You have to walk through the entire community actually just to get to the house, just to get to the lot. Yeah. It's at the end of the road.
It used to take a long time to get there when we walked on foot because it was all uneven with lots of grass and stuff around. Like, take a picture of the weeds here. That's kind of like what it was.
Yeah.
There was a path chopped with a machete all the way up the hill, but you still had to walk to get there, and it wasn't level. But now that there's a driveway, it shouldn't take long to get there at all from the community center.
Yep, and of course, we're just talking about all this, but we will do some videos when we get there. We'll be there for Amazon Fruit Festival in January. We're recording this video now in September 2021, so January of 2022. And if you want to join us, just go to AmazonFruitFestival.com or search that on the internet and use our discount code too, aplantbaseddiet.org. We'll get you like, I think, $25 off a ticket. And it's very inexpensive. Everything is less expensive than you thought. And of course, this is an intentional community of raw vegans. And actually, everything that's at the Amazon Fruit Festival will be raw, vegan, and mostly organic. I don't know if it's exclusively, because some things can't be sourced off the property right now. They have to bring a lot of the stuff in, especially for the festival, actually, for the number of people that show up. So get your tickets now, actually. And if you want to have your private cabana, which I recommend, they may be sold out already. I don't know. But you can always do the lower ones, and they're a lot less money too.
Terra Frutis is terrafrutis.com.
Okay.
Or you can go to AmazonFruitFestival.com.
Okay, yeah, and that's where we'll be. You'll get to see our mostly done house. We'll be staying there even if it's not done. And we'll be doing some videos. We'll show the community. We'll show the house. We'll show all the stuff. For now, all you got to see of the house is on the actual. Well, we'll see. Maybe I'll put a picture of the house somewhere in this video. It'll either be maybe the picture, that the thumbnail, or maybe at the end of this video. So, yeah, watch all the way to the end. I'll put the little picture showing up. I'll add it into the video. Just a little clip of it. So that's it for now, and you can see what it'll look like. Or you can friend me, Mike Young, on Facebook, and I have an album there. And you can see the picture of Denise and I not wearing sunglasses or hats at their profile picture. That's how you know it's me. Is there anything else you want to add about this process? Because this process has taken a while. Actually, we designed the whole house with Peter from Fruit Haven. Yeah. Although he helps to manage the projects at Terra Frutis too, him and Cedric. So shout out to Peter and Cedric if you're watching.
Yeah, Peter had some free CAD architecture software that he sketched out the house with while we were standing there. It only took maybe an hour. And, well, we probably spent more time behind the scenes, but when we give him our specifications, it only took an hour. And it's all in metric and in
that's
Spanish.
Right. Oh, that's right.
The door says Puerta.
Yeah.
So, brush up on your Spanish skills if you're planning on.
Yeah, and if you want to see the album, friend me on Facebook. You can see the album I have, and the album is has pictures of this, of the drawings in it, in the picture album that I have, that you can see that Denise is talking about. The only thing it doesn't have is it only has a single bowl sink in the bathroom. We noticed that was a thing we added at the last second, but that will be double bowl sink in the bathroom. And I think it'd be really cool, especially if you're interested in learning about these types of communities, if you're into plant-based eating, but mostly raw. It's not an exclusively raw community. Keep that in mind. The festival the Amazon Fruit Festival is all raw, and actually you might have some life-changing experience just from eating all that food, as opposed to the food-like products or processed shit that you're usually eating all the time. But you can cook some food if you decide to buy a plot there, because it's not everybody's not excited about it, but it is allowed. We're gonna have a cooktop. Actually, we didn't mention that. There will be a propane fired cooktop. There will also be a propane fired on-demand hot water heater at our house. So we're gonna have all the luxuries, right? The only thing we're not gonna have is climate control, but you don't really need it.
There's no hot tub at our house, but there's one at the community center.
Oh, that's right, there is. Absolutely. Okay. So we're excited about this project we have going on. We have another project going on too. We're making another video for about our house in Florida. So check that out if you haven't checked that out already. It should be online the same time as this one is. Those have been going on simultaneously. So we'll see which one's done first. And I know which one's going to cost us more money. It's not this one. So this one is definitely very affordable for almost anybody. And I highly recommend you checking it out if you have any interest at all. And let me know some questions, any more questions you have for future videos about this house, this tiny home build. Let us know in the comments below. You have anything else to add?
No.
All right, thanks for watching. And be sure to subscribe also so you get more updates on more videos in the series. Bye.